Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai
Okay. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
श्री राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय जय राम ओम।
શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ
શ્રી રામ જય રામ ઓમ શ્રી રામ જય જય રામ ઓમ
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Every now and then, when we are given an opportunity to chant, collectively or individually, our suggestion is that we should watch what is happening inside. Because God will bless us definitely, the indwelling God will definitely bless us with some dimension. So the two things are preferred. Anybody can do in any way, but this is what we found. Close your eyes, knowingly chant, try to hear the chanting. For 2 minutes again we will try. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram. Any difference anybody could feel? No.
The mind is more focused on it.
Anyway, let us keep trying. Something will emerge, suiting to our whatever we have been reading, going through, collecting with Nama chanting, our day-to-day life, everything, ultimately the result has to come during this 5 minutes or 10 minutes trial. What experience he is giving us. And if he gives us a glimpse of that experience, that will enable us. So all our efforts for the past 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, whatever we are doing it under the banner of Namotsav, it is only to take advantage of the Nama chanting to the maximum extent. In what way it comes, we cannot say that. It may be developing the witness consciousness. It may be become aware of how the sound, how he is there in the form of the sound, in the form of tune, in the form of rhythm, in the form of gap between the mantras. Each one is. And the feeling that we are chanting, where from the language mantra came, a mantra, Sanskrit word, how did it come? So all these things might, the Guru, how he gave us the mantra, through what instrument, because probably most of us would not have had the blessed privilege of taking the mantra directly from him. So then all those things, so many connected with, we are not localizing it to Papa or Guru Mantra. We are trying to understand it in a broader circle. Not merely Ram Nam, sound. So these are all some of the ways by which you, again, coming back to the most important point which we were discussing yesterday, that we have been asked to understand the Sarva Vyabhitvam. He is there in anything and everything. Not to be limited or localized to the labeled ones. Labeled ones are deity in a temple, guru in an ashram, the venue ashram, the venue temple, shastras, discourses, bhajans, nama chanting, all these things we name it as spiritual. Ordinary family life, professional life, social life, we treat it as worldly. Then when we say that he is sarvavyapi, there is no division. He must be everywhere, no? That is why he is called sarvavyapi. So whether we are in the designated or what you call labeled spiritual practices or in the labeled worldly activities, he is equally there everywhere. So we have to demolish that barrier, the divide. Then only the nama will become effective. That is why when we go to Ananda, when we go to Bhajan Hall, we go to the Samadhi Mandir, when we chant, an inexplicable joy wells up in our heart. But immediately after that, because we have already separated, compartmentalized, when we step into the other compartment, the other one has very minimum effect. We can't say there is no effect, there is effect, but very minimum effect. There we see everything as persons, objects, situations. This, to be bluntly speaking, disconnected with the God dimension. So now, if the Nama chanting has to become effective, drawing the needed words from Papa, outer activities should be compatible with inner aspiration. Inner aspiration is to associate him with everything. So all my outer activities, it should be compatible. Intellectually, we have all understood that. We have used to say, he is sarvavyapi, sarvandaryami, all-pervading, indwelling, all these we repeat so many times. But when we enter, we don't associate the room space, the electricity, the fan, the light, the bulb, the table, the chair, the linoleum, the whatever, books, they are all objects. Person sitting here, persons. Satsang is a situation. We don't bring that idea. Not that we don't want to bring. We want to bring, but we don't know the technique. So yesterday, after going back from here, we were reading Puja Swamiji's experience. The only thing is Swamiji did not share with us all. But at least in 2003, he put it in record. It gives us some guidance, though it is very difficult. I often used to repeat, Swamiji says, "O Lord, you are everything. All the emotions, all the thoughts, all the feelings are you only." The method he used, everybody can think and try to take whatever is possible. We cannot follow him, but something might help us. That is why God prompted him to put it in writing. So first thing is, "O Lord," I often used to repeat, "O Lord, you are everything. All the emotions, all the thoughts, all the feelings are you only, as there is nothing but you." You are also beyond everything. Whenever the thought of a person came to my mind, I took him to be not an individual, but a part of the universe. Another dimension. which is the manifestation of God. From early morning, whatever I saw, whatever I touched, I used to say within myself, this is also your form, O Lord. Thus, everything was identified with God. This made me speak less, as the mind was busily engaged in identifying everything and everybody with God, and trying to be conscious of the Purusha pervading the entire body of that person or object. So I was cool and calm, enjoying the communion with God in each and every form I saw. I was mistaken to be unwell, and I had to say again and again, I was all right. My effort was to maintain in this in all conditions. But as soon as I started talking, the mental condition changed, the thought of God got diluted, and I was back to body consciousness. I was trying to maintain this consciousness even when talking to others, and at all times, success was not much. I failed often. Okay, that's all right. So now, the methodology he tried. So this particular portion now again authenticates that we should develop some form of this, Then only the Nama chanting becomes effective. Because the Nami is in everything. Because we are chanting the name and therefore trying to remember the Nami. The Nami is not to be imprisoned in somewhere. The Nami is Sarvavyapi. So if we don't connect the characteristics of the Nami, that means whatever we do, wherever we do, if we don't make attempts or efforts to connect ourselves, just like what Swamiji said, I will again read. The inward journey cannot be successful. That is why it is partial. I don't know whether it is clear to everybody. I will again read. From early morning, whenever I saw, whatever I touched, I used to say within myself, this is also your form, O Lord. Thus, everything was identified with God. This is an internal process. We don't have a tom-tom. It can't be tom-tommed. The word can be used. It is purely an internal affair. Thus, everything was identified with God. This made me speak less, as the mind was busy engaged in identifying everything and everybody with God, and trying to be conscious of the Purusha pervading the entire body of that person or objects. Another explanation. When I drink anything, I look upon that liquid as God Himself. When I eat something, I am eating God. When I touch something, I am touching God. Swamiji has not permitted the intellect to come in. No? When I am eating God. Otherwise, even I will say, how can we say that? When I eat something, I am eating God. When I touch something, I am touching God. When I am thinking of anybody, I am thinking of God as he or she is the part of the manifestation of God. Thus I live, move, and have my being in God, although I am yet to be established in it all the time. Another explanation. When I look at a person, I see him or her as pure consciousness, and the body a tiny speck floating in that consciousness. The moment we read, we will try to objectify the consciousness. No, there again we will miss. Consciousness cannot be objectified. Because this very word is floating in their consciousness. It comes from their consciousness. Base is consciousness. So easy way to understand nowadays we say this, you know that you are hearing, you know that you are seeing, you know that you are sitting, you know that you are thinking, that knowing principle, what is that? We cannot answer, but try to get an answer from within. Consciousness. So he says, I see him or her as pure consciousness. So all the matter in the universe of innumerable forms is only many tiny spots floating in pure consciousness. When someone speaks, I know the sound comes from consciousness only. Normally we attribute it to that person. So we don't get connected to the common factor. How minutely he was trying, When someone speaks, I know the sound comes from consciousness only. Though the body walks, etc., the power is of pure consciousness only. But consciousness is not affected by so-called action. So it can be said that when such actions are taking place through the vehicles and the power of such actions is drawn from pure consciousness only, so there is no ego anywhere. But each form takes upon itself the responsibility for such action and therefore the sense of doership with all the consequences. When such actions take place through this body, it is felt that the body, mind, intellect and the senses are active only because of the self or consciousness is activating them. So three things emerge now. From Swamiji's experience. In Mataji's case, many of I think elders must have seen. She used to say bluntly, in front of everybody, Idam pappayanu to, idam pappayanu, idam pappayanu. She shows like that. And Papa could do it, we could understand from the inquest of God. Right from the start. To him, there was no struggle to identify God with the creation. You are seeing God only in the creation. So now all these three we try to understand. One thing is becoming clear, that reflection and inward journey is inevitable. So every day, 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, we sit alone when the mind is fresh. Some device we hear as he said, "Oh Lord, you are everything. I have intellectually understood. But when I deal with men and matters, I forget. Please give me some clues. Everything has come from you. I can understand. So everything I should handle it with a touch of love. I can understand. But when I actually handle, I don't know whether I'm in a position to hold on to that. Something like that. Something that is okay for your temperament. So this book was printed in 2019 on the occasion of Puja Swamiji's centenary. 7 years have passed. Even when we read this, many of you might feel we are reading for the first time, no? Because we have not gone deep into it. Not that we disbelieve or disrespect Puja Swamiji, but we have not applied. So the moment I read, I should know how to get this. That is why he was prompted to write this, you know. My practice in those days was when I saw anybody, I should see the consciousness in him. See capital. Blood circulation, heartbeat, digestion, breathing. These are all the outward expressions of life force. It may be there, but consciousness is not there. He is vegetable. Now we can understand what is consciousness. Anything that we do right from the moment we get till we retire to bed. The base is consciousness. I am waking up. Who said? I have to keep the bed all right. I move to the washroom. I take the brush. I know that I am taking the brush. I know that I am applying the paste. So consciousness is there, has been with me. But I am not aware. Here Papa gives us a clue that during our mental chanting time, we can have the glimpse of this. Because the activity and the consciousness is like this. So inseparable. But during that period, we are trying to separate. You know that you are chanting. Who is knowing and who is chanting? When that separation takes place, witness consciousness emerges. And Papa immediately says, that is God realization. You have that here English, fruition of life. In this context, it is very, very, at that time we cannot understand. Now we can understand. English illa. Wow. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, no. So consciousness, this aspect, please think over, it might. My practice in those days was that when I saw anybody, we immediately, what we remember is the name, form, our connection, our label about him, good, bad, and all those things. But here, my practice in those days was that when I saw anybody, I should see the consciousness in him, capital C, pervading every atom of his body. And I took it that the body was active only because of the consciousness, which is real, not the body. This consciousness is also called the unifying spirit that connects up all the forms in Prakriti into one unit, like the thread that connects up all the beads in a rosary, makes it a single unit. Don't worry, no. Leave it. You concentrate on this. Sorry. My practice in those days, forget about it. No, sorry. My practice in those days was that when I saw anybody, I should see the consciousness in him pervading every atom of his body. Now we must immediately close our eyes and see whether how it is felt. Right from the crown of the head till the tip of the finger. Finger, what do you call this? Foot. This consciousness is pervading, That is why even a small ant or a mosquito comes and says, "Is there?" Immediately you are connected, Disease, when something is not in the order, right from head to the foot. Pain, restlessness. Wow. The consciousness is all pervading. So Pujya Swamiji, mostly he is introvert. So he was spending more and more time on all these things, reflective. My practice in those days was that when I saw anybody, I should see the consciousness in him. I repeat, consciousness, C with capital, not the relative consciousness. Absolute consciousness. Pervading every atom of his body, and I took it that the body was active only because of the consciousness, which is real, not the body. This consciousness is also called the unifying spirit. Yes, capital again, Atma. That connects up all the forms in Prakriti into one unit like the thread that connects up all the beads in a rosary, makes it a single unit. The struggle is to get established in their consciousness. It's a toughest job, no doubt. But we must all try, Swamiji was prompted to put it in writing in 2003 before he fell seriously sick. When I look at a person, I see him or her as pure consciousness, and the body a tiny speck floating in their consciousness. So all the matter in the universe of innumerable forms is only many tiny spots floating in pure consciousness. When someone speaks, I know the sound comes from consciousness only. though the body walks, etc., all functionings. The power, the power is of pure consciousness only.
Conscious கான்சியஸ் மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. அது அந்நியமா பொருள் இல்லை. பாடியை பார்த்தாலும் கான்சியஸை பார்த்த மாதிரி தான் ஆகும்.
உணர்வு 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 அது சொல்ல முடியாது என்னதாக்கும். Now slowly Papa is leading to the crucial stage of trying to know what exactly the Nami stands for. Nama chanting he has taken thus far. Now he is making us to seriously think, reflect on the Nami. So first he gave us some clues through Namosava, connecting everything that is happening with him. And today, because of his grace, yesterday, today, day for yesterday and everything, now he is going direct. Because consciousness can never be explained. So it has to be reflected. Papa puts it as witness consciousness. And once that witness consciousness is tasted, he immediately gives us the chapa approval. That itself is God realization. So while we chant, all of us will make now, because the mind has been now given some clues. The sound comes from their consciousness. The individual is from their consciousness. The individuals all other acts are from their consciousness. So slowly we shifted to be slowly, it is not the right word, slowly the focus is on the consciousness and the individual is removed. So also in the case of objects, so also in the case of situations. So we remove the objects, we remove the form of the object, we remove the texture of situation, but consciousness. Whose name I am chanting? We cannot put this in the Namosava because it is purely a inward journey. But why he brought it now, I think we can connect it like that. While through Namosava we are trying to connect up with anything and everything that is seen, that is used, in which we are engaged in, that is identified as Nami. But to get stabilized in that, we have to go within. Both should go hand in hand. Because we are not full-timers. Anybody would like to say anything?
Doing Ramnam somehow, little thought-free state will come. This short span of thought-free state will come. While doing Ramnam,
While doing Ramnam?
With focus, some thought-free state will come. So that is consciousness.
It can't be explained,
It can't be.
You know that you are looking. You know that you are talking. That how can you objectify?
He understood the question, he has answered.
I did not get the answer.
You know that you are talking.
Yeah.
That knowing principle.
The point was.
Swamiji, tell him something. He's asking what you are.
It can't be explained.
Whenever I say something,
Swamiji,
start contradicting.
Anyway, don't go away from this. Very important topic. Consciousness is something which cannot be objectified.
She says that the thoughtlessness is great, is it the God? That is
Not thoughtlessness. Not thoughtlessness.
That's what she said.
Swami said it is not that.
Not thoughtlessness. The thought owes its origin to the consciousness. Everything is floating in that consciousness. It cannot be brought within the ambit of thought because it can't be explained. One word they have given, consciousness, pratna. So that is why that nobody can help this. Nobody can help. One has to go within. Because it is not extra, it is not an object. It is purely the subject.
And when does this divinity gets dealing at certain time?
Divinity gets?
Divinity gets dealing.
When you objectify it.
Yeah.
Correct. When you objectify it, divinity gets de-linked. So now, yes?
You were describing Swamiji's seeing those little specks of bodies floating in pure consciousness. His methodology included then a visualization, as you know, that he would see those little bodies.
Methodology included visualization. He was seeing all as specks floating in consciousness. He said, he's telling that it was visualization.
From the way in which he has put it. Anyway, our concern is when it cannot be objectified, that means it can only be experienced. It can never be explained. But since we have only one tool called the thought to understand, normally our thought will try to employ itself to understand this. And then we come to know it has got a limit, it cannot travel beyond that. So that inward journey also cannot be explained. In so many words, so many people have explained. Because nobody can explain it. It is beyond thoughts. But everybody is giving us some clues. And if, like everybody, we also have to try. It has not helped us, because by reading this, none of us it has not helped us. We have heard lectures, it has not helped us. That itself shows that I have to devise my own method. I was relying on somebody's method. Ramdas never joined any organization for his spiritual growth. Guru within him mysteriously guided him and made everything easy for God realization. Then he found that the best routes to be followed were those when this inner guru set for him from time to time. Inner guru. it is clear that our guide in such matters must be the Guru within us, not without. Very clear. Attachment is affection given to a particular individual, limiting it to the body and not taking it as a part of the universe. When I drink anything, I look upon that liquid as God Himself. I am drinking God in that form. Who is drinking? No? Again, our intellect will also. His revelation came just like that. When I eat something, I am eating God. When I touch, hearing this, we try to practice, we will not reach anywhere. That is the pitch. When I touch something, I am touching God. When I am thinking of anybody, I am thinking of God. Thus I live, move, and have my being, although I am yet to be established in that all the time, coming and going. Anyway, something for all of us who have been prompted to go seriously, Just here saying, okay, it's all right. We have heard so many things like that. But in those of us who have given that earnestness, this will definitely help us. So while chanting, we can also simultaneously pray to Him, or before chanting or after chanting, we can pray to Him. All these problems are there because I treat you as separate. I should know that you are now making me to talk. Then I will not ask any doubt. Because you are still separate, all these things come. So I can't go through all these things. So one simple request, please. Make me thine and thine only. Simple. Papas that, every day we do that. All other things when we do separate, it is difficult. But this one only can help us. Make me thine and thine only forever and ever. Then I will not ask any question. I will not do anything. I am content. I feel full. Why are you delaying? Please think about it. We have got 5 minutes, so something lighter or serious. In the Tiruvannamalai Namotsava period, what we went through, Ravi was kind enough to put everything in a printed form, translated into Tamil, got it recorded, and that was played. But again, a little more editing is done, and 28 points, wonderful. We will read. You have all heard this, but still, we have to keep on. Every day we are eating, every day we are taking bath, every day we are drinking coffee, every day we are changing dress. So repetition is there in our. So similarly, same thing. awakening the sleeping divine consciousness within and connecting the soul with God. Dear devotees, we are now preparing to chant Nam Japa. Many times we keep searching outside. We keep searching outside. Peace outside. Happiness outside. Solutions outside. But in truth, they are all right inside us. We keep searching outside. Peace outside. Peace of mind daily. Searching for peace. Happiness outside. Solutions outside. But in truth, they are all right inside us. Nam Japa is simply telling us to turn around and look within. There is no need to doubt yourself asking, can I do this or I am worthy of this? Within everyone, the complete divine energy is present, just in sleeping state. We all know that butter is hidden inside milk. But the moment we look at the milk, the butter is not visible to our eyes. Only when we continuously churn it with the churning stick, the butter that is quietly sleeping inside slowly gathers and comes out. The butter did not come newly from the outside. It was naturally hidden right there inside the milk. In the exact same way, we do not need to really create love, faith, divine feelings within ourselves. They are already hidden inside us. Nam Japa we do is exactly like the churning stick. It churns the mind, gathers the peacefully sleeping divine consciousness within, and brings it to the surface. Today, let us not treat Nam Japa as a strict duty, but like the gentle churning of the stick. Slowly, without any pressure, with a feeling of deep faith, let us begin our Nam Japa. Knowing that God is the source of all creation and the supreme provider. Dear devotees, everything in this world originates from the supreme source. Everything is sustained by Him alone. But what do we think in our daily lives? I worked hard. I achieved. I am the one who did all this. Hard work is not wrong, but we forget one important thing. Where did the energy to work come from? Where did this body come from? Where is the breath coming from? How did the opportunity arise? Were any of these created by us? A little boy beautifully makes a kite, holds the string in his hand, and runs. The kite flies high in the sky. Looking at it, the boy feels very happy and takes pride, thinking, I am the one making this kite fly so high. But think a little deeper. The boy making the kite was his skill. Running while holding the string was his effort. But what lifts that kite into the sky and keeps it flying is the invisible wind. If the wind does not blow at all, no matter how fast the boy runs, how skillfully he pulls the string, the kite will simply fall down. In the exact same way, in our lives, the effort is ours, but the result is purely by divine grace. When we realize the truth that we are not the creators of our own power, our pride melts away, fear and anxiety diminish, while gratitude and faith increase. Then after chanting Nam Japa, there will be no demands, asking, give me this or give me that. Instead, it transforms into a deep feeling of gratitude for everything. Realizing this, let us say, O Lord, I will do my duty. I surrender the results to you. With this feeling of complete surrender, let us begin our Nam Japa. Various methods are being employed now. It is taking shape. So let us not just hear and leave it. Intensely pray to Him to give us the earnestness. We don't know when He will make us to quit this body. Many of us are in the evenings or even after 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock now. Any time. So before that happens, the sense of individuality must directly link it with Him. That is how the earnestness, how many days you are going to give, we don't know. How many hours, how many weeks, you have no idea. But before the body drops, the originator and the provider, the body, mind, intellect should recognize. That's all. Nothing else we are asking. With all the learning, with all the sadhana, with all the satsang, still, I am. Only you are. That should become a reality in my life. Vinobaji ends the book, you remember? Gita talks. Eh?
He will become your charity. No, Krishna. He will become your charity.
Think. Those who have had the... No, there is a one word. Tu hi. मैं नहीं, तू ही. Tu hi. Ah. So we are praying, make me to reach that stage. In spite of all these things, मैं नहीं is not coming. I am there. Very much. Thick-skinned fellow. Refusing to go out of us. So our prayer is, yesterday we read, the aphorism, that also you would have forgotten. So long as the me and mine is there, His presence cannot be. So tu hi, easy to remember. Tu hi. So we pray to Him. You have facilitated all these things to know. Now, please, take over, lock, stock and barrel. Enough is enough. When you are going to call me, I don't know. When you are going to make me to shed this me and mine. So before that, before the body gets dropped, I want. This experience should come to me. It is your responsibility. My job is to think about you, to plead, cry, weep, crave, aspire, whatever you want. This is the take-home message for today. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. 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 Govinda.